Is it working? Is it working? I really hope it's working. I really hope it's working. Oh no, Patreon hangs 2.0. It's 11 o'clock. Hey everybody. So if you guys want to type in the comment section, I can answer some of your questions. I'm a little bit slow because there's a delay here and there. But yay, Patreon peeps! It's me. This is taking a long time for me to figure this out. Hold on one second. Let me grab my cop. Oh, so we had a really nice chat with maybe 8 people. Well, it's 2 o'clock here. Thank you, Alicia. I appreciate that. It's 11 o'clock here in Los Angeles. PST, y'all. PST. You guys want a tour of my apartment? So I live in Nashville, but I decided I needed a place to stay when I come to LA. So I come to LA and work with Jada and a few other, do some consulting for some different people. Hold on. First of all, before I show you the apartment tour, oh, and you guys, if you need to ask any questions, you can ask on the little, on the side of the video, there's like the chat thing. I can actually read that. So I'm going to put my hair in a man bun. 1 second. Gotta find a hair tie, but you never thought you'd ask that question, hear that question from a man. Hey, can I borrow your hair tie? So, the tour is necessary, says Alicia Marie. I'm a little bit delayed on the comments due to the fact that there's a little delay on the live versus the streaming. A little bit of sweat there. Hey guys, welcome, my Patreon family. I love you guys. You guys are great. So basically, let me tell you what's happening here. I'm gonna give you the apartment tour because this is where I live. When I come to LA, I come to LA very often just to work, just to continue working on things, and a lot of behind the scenes stuff, not as much YouTube stuff anymore. If you've guys checked out my daily vlogs, it's been a process of getting your feet back when you once had a lot of people interested, and now it's like just the core, and I'm just actually really thankful for it because you guys are my core. You guys are my Patreon peeps, and you guys legit helped me. Legit help me be able to do all of this and maintain some sort of sanity with like a consistent paycheck or something like that. So thank you very much. You've actually helped me provide for this place here in Los Angeles. And I'm going to give you the tour, my apartment tour. I'm not a splurger by any means. I'm just a guy of necessities. So I'm sitting on the couch. That's the front door. And this is the couch. And this is my... Oh, I should have cleaned it up. These are my pictures on the wall. This is a couch from IKEA. It folds out into a bed, so if there's a guest that stays over. This right here is the projector from tour. If you guys went to the Yellow Boxes tour. And I just used that to project on that wall. So as you can tell, this is such a huge space. If you turn here, there's my TV wall. There is my whiteboard with ideas. And there's the tree set. Bray set that up because she likes to have festive things going on. This is my studio. Check it out. It's kind of rad. It's got all I need, and it's super tiny. There's some lights up there that make it really cool. I got a chalkboard back there and some guitars. And this is where I sleep. As you can tell, there's not a lot of space right there. That's where I sleep. I don't really make my bed anymore. You come over here, and... You know, I haven't cleaned up because I didn't realize I was going to give you the tour. There's the window that looks to the next building. It's a great view. And then this is the funny part. Right here's the kitchen and the bathroom. So that's literally the entire place. Welcome to my MTV Cribs vibes, y'all. Pretty amazing. And it's not a bunk bed. It's just it's a full-size bunk bed, y'all. So how often do I hit my head? Asked Sam. It was the first night I woke up and I was like, ah! And poof, and it hurt so bad, and I think my body kind of learned not to do that anymore. Anyways, rent is you know how crazy rent is. I don't want to share with you because it's freaking nuts here. I actually did a week out in LA doing hotels, and it cost more than this place. But to live solo in literally a tiny, this is not even 600 square feet. It's like 550 square feet. Costs more than my mortgage in Nashville. It's $1,500 a month. Yeah, $1,500 a month for this little tiny stupid bedroom. Anyways, I like it. I don't know if I should have told you that. It's actually $1,550. Ooh, full transparency. Ugh. That's in US dollars. So anyways, yes, Patreon. I'm glad you guys are here. There's a handful of you guys and it's really nice. Okay. What's rent like for you guys where you live? The problem is I can't see you guys. You can't see me in real time. It's like a 7-second delay, so I'm going to feel really slow answering your questions. But yeah, now you need a 4-bedroom house for that price. Oh, see, here's the cool thing. When it comes to utilities here, the nice thing is I don't pay utilities. It came with it, which was nice because it's a studio bedroom. Yeah, so $1,550, y'all. That's LA prices for you. Now, what else should I update you on? So I'm excited. I learned how to stream. It's actually the Google Hangout. Just different buttons for different places. I gotta learn what the kids are doing these days. Oh, guys, let me tell you. So this I'm just super amped. You guys are part of this project. And so Bray, you guys know Bray. She's awesome. She was like, I really want to vlog more. Like she had this fear of finishing vlogs and being like, I don't know if they're good enough and all this stuff. So she decided, she's like, I'm gonna do a vlog every single day before Christmas. And I was like, you're freaking nuts. And the more I thought about it, I was like, I am the one who's scared of putting out material because I don't want people to judge me if the view counts are low or they're not interested or any of this stuff. And then I was thinking about it, I was like, that's not a good enough reason for me. I used to do that and I can't do that anymore. I just got to put it out. It's me. It's who I am. And if the people like it, they like it. If not, then they can move on, you know? And I got my core, got my peeps. There's at least 20 of you guys here, which is nice. And you guys are actually keeping all of this thing sustained, which is really, really incredible. And I believe in this process of vlogging every single day until Christmas. It's not the same vlogs that were happening, obviously, in June. Because to me now, I'm like, wow, I think I need to stay music focused for a season. And what I really want to do is get out all these old originals. And I was thinking, wow, I was literally on the Stairmaster. And I was like, what should I do? What should I do? I'm so frustrated. So I just put it on a vlog. I tried to write a song, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, I can show people how to record. Because I love to do that. I get energized with it. It's like, what do you do best? What do you do best? And if you could do that for a living, what would you do? And I've been trying to like play this game of like, oh, I'm a vlogger, I'm an entertainer, and I am all these things. But what do I do best that energizes me? I love writing and recording music. So I was like, oh, if I could just capture that and get people involved and we come up with great song ideas and maybe, just maybe, a song or like a record for the fans, by the fans, written by people like you and me. And this could be like just a cool, I don't know, 6-song EP or even like a whole 10 songs. I don't know how long this thing's gonna last, but I love the accountability because it allows me to finish songs. And so I've committed to this. I almost quit day 2. I was like, this is awful. I hate this. And it reminded me of going to dance class, which was crazy because I went to dance class recently, hip hop. I lasted for 5 minutes and I pretended to get a text on my phone. And I walked out the door. I was like, I'm quitting, I'm leaving. And I was like, Tyler, you're actually quitting. Like, this is what it feels like to quit. Because I don't need to do hip hop dance. But I was so uncomfortable. I was just like, I'm quitting. I haven't felt that since I was like 6th grade. I was like, that means I need to go in here and finish. And I hated it so much. I went in there. Everybody was so good. I thought they were going to be like, put your hand out like this. Put your hand out like this and shake. No, it was like, all right, learn this and that. They're like, hey. And they do all this stuff. And I was like, oh, I don't know what you're doing. But I did it. And so I felt the exact same way. I woke up on Tuesday and I had like 1,200 views in like 5 hours. I was like, I have 2 million subscribers and only 1,200 views. I'm quitting. And then I really felt like it was like a mental, emotional battle. I was like, what am I doing this for? What's my why? Okay, I gotta look at the impact, the content, the people. And so I started reading those comments and I was like, okay, these are real people, a part of this journey with me. I can't quit. Even though it doesn't feel like it used to back in the day, like maybe you have to work a little bit, Tyler. Maybe it won't come as easy, but maybe it's not about that. Maybe it's about finishing. I don't know what it was. It was like this like spiritual battle, like emotional battle. Like I was super depressed, super artsy. It's like, oh, life is over. And then I realized talking about it out loud to people that you trust and you love and being like, hey, this is what's going on. The fear is eliminated and lifted. So it's like I have the courage to push on. So I'm committing to 24 days of this. And what did I figure out? What did I figure out? I figured out that doing what I love to do energizes me versus trying to be somebody. So if I could just be and capture, it works. And some days are harder than others, but for me, I'm just like, oh, I can use this as an opportunity to get some original songs finished. It's a cool situation. So, anyways, you guys everybody's talking about their mortgage, which is so funny. You guys are awesome. Okay, anyways, that's what I'm doing. Secondly, okay, everybody's talking about getting mortgages. This is so funny. How do you pick what cover? Oh, that's a good song. That's a good thing to do a vlog on. I'm trying to figure out vlog situations now with everything that's going on. Right now, it's a song that if it moves me or not. It used to be all about numbers and searchability, but if it moves me, I'll do it. Yeah. Anyways, the question, is this Kelly? Hey, Kelly. She asks, are you loving Nashville? I have been in a season of transition, so I haven't really had time to really like create a community out there because I've been back and forth so much, and there's been opportunities here and there that I feel like I need to take, and because it's kind of behind the scenes stuff, management stuff with Jada, stuff with consulting. But every time I'm in Nashville, when I'm there, I never want to leave. I never, ever want to leave. So I'm going back to Nashville here in a few days. I'm staying there till I'm going to head over to Minnesota for pre-Christmas, and I'm going to my family on Christmas Eve, which is exciting. And then I think I'm New York one of those days. Yeah. And then, I don't know, like I had this idea and vision of an originals project and how to go about it. But I think that's changing with doing these 24 vlogs. I feel like I'm finding my feet by doing vlogs every day and feeling like, what do I love to do? What works? What am I comfortable with? What do people respond to? It's such a good thing to do. It's so freaking terrifying because it's a lot of work and not a lot of payoff. But emotionally, it's putting me in check. Like, where am I going? It's great. So I don't know what's going to happen for 2017, but I'm excited for 2017. 2016 was a hard freaking year. It was the most difficult year of my entire life, emotionally. And it was one of the best years of my life, too. And I feel like I did a lot of growing up. I feel like, personally, like I literally made decisions based off of, because I'm an entertainer and you like to watch the crowd. When I was playing back in college and I was playing shows, kind of growing up in the music thing, I would just look at my audience, be like, if this person's listening and this person's not, what can I do to get that person to listen? So it was a very people-pleasing tendency. And that, because I was so connected to my music and so like such an artist, but I didn't want to admit it. I took those emotions when I was performing and like put them into everyday life. So like if I was around people, I wanted them to be entertained or feel welcomed and loved, and I would change myself in that environment. Now I'm learning that I really love the principle of making people feel comfortable. That's what I love doing. I love people. I love to perform, but I don't like to perform when I don't have to perform. And I feel like that is becoming clear to me. I don't have to be on for anybody. And I don't have to win the approval of anybody. And people who are going to be there are going to be there. And people who are not going to be there, then I don't need them in my life, right? Come on. So I'm glad. I'm just like you guys have really helped with this process, which is crazy because granted, there's not a huge number. There's still a core, and you guys are the core. I'm not saying you have to stay or I mean, I'm not telling you guys what to do, but the fact that you're here, it's like, it blows my mind. It's like, wow, there's some stability in few numbers. And with that, I feel like there's family, and with family, you can like attack the world. You can do whatever you want to do, and you can always come back, feel recharged, and love the people that are closest to you. So even if you have to leave for a season, I hope that you return and are always a part of this family. If you stay a part of this family, I'm talking about you guys, Patreon family, it's just awesome. So yeah. Oh, so let me see here. Oh, I gotta look. Okay. Okay, so here's the question. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm reading some comments. They're coming in again like 12 seconds late. Okay, so yeah, by the way, let me just update you on Julia Shear's situation. That was crazy. I'll update you on that. Some of you guys, the people from the very beginning, um, know Julia Shear and I work together. Basically what happened was, and I was so focused on like making it that people were secondary for a season. And Julia Shear was just super young, and she was just totally in love with her boyfriend at the time. And I wanted it to be a very control freak. Like I thought I had the answer because between the two of us, I knew more about music. So I was like, I know what I'm doing. When really I had no idea. I was just like trying my best. And so we got flown out to New York and did this record label like showcase. We got to Nashville to this record label showcase. We had 2 offers on the table. We were going back and forth. Julie and I couldn't decide, so we decided one day in the back of a freaking limo, we were like, let's go with Columbia because maybe they'll give us laptops. And then we had a really, really awful lawyer who, that's why I was like, oh, I need a lawyer to do this. And he ruined the deal for both of us. And it made the whole like major label deal sour to me. So, and then after that, she was kind of frustrated, and I was like, come on, Julie, we gotta fight through this. And she ran off kind of with her boyfriend for a season, and we lacked communication. And so during that time, everything kind of fell apart. We had a weird manager involved, weird lawyer involved, and the deals just kind of went away. And then Julie and I lost contact. We were like, we don't like this anymore. This left a bad taste in our mouth. And so I just continued doing what I did. She continued doing what she did, and we just went different roads. And then in Nashville, about 4 weeks ago, I was like, it'd be really cool. My heart right now is at a place to reconnect with people who I maybe A, have wronged, or B, who just didn't agree with what I was doing and kind of did their own thing, but have like a bitter taste in their mouth when it comes to thinking about music together or working together. And I understand where I was wrong in a lot of these things. I understand what I did to make people feel a certain way. I was very, if you work with me, I have a really high expectation to get things finished, complete. It's almost like working with the taskmaster, and sometimes you lose the joy of like, why do you do what you do? So now that I know that, and I'm like, oh, I need to lighten up a little bit and not be so focused on the end goal, because it's all about the process. I was like, let's reconnect. So I reconnected with Julia. This is a long story. I reconnected with Julia. We sat down and I just heard her story and just kind of caught it. It was great. It was like 2 hours. She talked. And I asked her questions about what's going on with X, Y, and Z. And she's like, oh, yeah. It was just really good. It was so good. And I was like, oh, it's Julia. It's the girl I've known for years. And here we are reconnecting, and we're good. So I was super excited about the Julia situation. I don't know if we're going to do a collab. I don't know where we are at the moment. I think personally we're on a different journey. She's doing her own thing, but that might actually happen. I'm not going to do it for anybody, but the fact that it might be like a really cool thing for both of us, instead of trying to please everybody in the world, because pleasing everybody in the world kind of sucks. Sucks. Anyways. Okay, it's been almost 4 years since my first concert with you in Philly. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Guys, okay, let me just tell you something. Next year, check this out. I told the first Patreon hangout about this idea. Next year, touring, 2017, thinking of taking a completely different context of touring. First, instead of doing like venues, like, oh, I'm gonna do a show, I was thinking of sending out emails to maybe the email list. Just maybe it's a vlog, maybe the engagement grows to a place where it's like people want to be a part of this. But I was thinking kind of doing concerts to the highest bidder, if that makes sense. So it allows to pay for my travel, allows me to make a little bit, not lose money on the tour, but make it simple. So I'll bring a sound system, maybe bring 1 or 2 different people, and bring some merchandise, and ask people to host the concert at their house, and then sell the tickets at the door of this person's house for 10, 15 bucks or whatever, and limit it to like 50, 75 people in each home, do 15 homes across the state, and just have like this like home tour vibe, and do it across the US, do it in Europe, maybe even hit a few dates if it's working well, like Australia, South America. Right now I'm really doing well Spotify searches in Mexico, which is funny. So it would be cool to have a few fans host that event. People come around, and then just kind of have like a family dinner. I'll sing songs that I've been writing or that we've been writing together, tell some stories, and then be on my way. I think that'd be a really cool performance, living room sessions, and it would make it really intimate. And it's kind of more my vibe anyways. I was telling these people, I was telling my first Patreon stream where everybody was kicked out. Sorry about that. It would just be an event for, I don't know, the people. I thrive best with people that believe in what I do, and it's a small group of people. It used to be this big number of me trying to reach everybody, and it was just exhausting and overwhelming. Again, the core, you guys, it'd be cool. Even if 15 people showed up, 10 people showed up, but you know, we got to do that tour, see the States in a place of peace, hang out with you guys from a place of peace, and kind of just, I don't know, encourage you guys to go after what you're going after. Yeah. Anyways, house shows. Going backwards. I could do a house show in my 1550 apartment here, where everybody would be would be like so okay, cool. So anyways, let's see, a few other things I kind of wanted to mention before I get off is just a gracious appreciation for you guys being that core people. It was cool seeing the Patreon family dinner. I love that. Was so much fun for me. I really want to do another one of those again. I think for people in Europe, if we do the tour in 2017, that'll be a necessity. And then maybe even do another one in 2017 as well, maybe next summer. So we can all get together, maybe spend a few more days together since the first one went so well, playing those games, name game, night name game. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. So yeah. So Alicia, this is good. She asked, or she mentioned, the Universal deal, and I wanted to update you guys. I haven't really updated anybody as much with that deal. I think two things. Happened. They brought me in to all the label heads in Nashville, overlooking the city, for a meeting, and I sat in. I was supposed to chat for 20 minutes, and we chatted for 2 hours. Basically, what happened was they were hearing my story, what was going on, what I plan to do, and how I don't necessarily need a label anymore, and how they could develop a deal to get social media influencers, people who are up and coming with big numbers, to a place under their label where they have the option to sign them or not. Because what they want to do is create stars, and stars are, you know, for them, country versions. You know, Brad Paisley, for example, Carrie Underwood, big stars, big names, who make most of their money on brand deals. So like if a Target comes to them like, hey, we want to push this item or product, the artist gets paid a lot of money. Also, touring. They make a lot of money on touring, tickets, and merchandise and brand deals. The label and the artist do not make a lot of money on music anymore because it's streaming. It's you don't get paid very much as an artist for streaming. So they were asking, how does this make sense to get a social media person? For me personally, I think what's going to happen, I don't know, God willing, this happens. I think as time goes on, I'm in a great place to help young artists find homes for their music. They're entertainers, for example. So there's a lot of entertainers in the industry who have huge followings. They do vlogs. They do, you know, vlogs. They want to do music, but maybe they're not that good. Maybe they don't know how to do it yet. Maybe they have a talent. They just want to explore it. But they have these massive followings, and so people would really love their music. Basically, what I would do is, like a Jada, for example, who has a talent, not necessarily know what to do with it, just develop it. And so it would be a home underneath Universal to feed artists who were entertainers to the label. So we would write songs in Nashville with different writers, produce songs out, demo form, maybe put them out and see how they respond and react to their fan base. And if there's one or two that hit, then Universal would come in, snatch it, and go, like put it in their system. And if this artist, you know, they could be a star, or they don't have to be a star, but maybe there's a balance there. So we spoke on that whole situation. They wanted me to help kind of organize that situation, but they want to start with me as an artist. And for me, I don't feel I'm ready for that yet, because I feel like they want people with numbers. My numbers were great for a long time, a long season, and then, you know, you hit your window, you do what you do, and people move on, and people grow up with you. You know, they're like, I want to find something else. I have a different taste. That doesn't necessarily mean they don't like me anymore. I'm not doing anything right or wrong, but people, you know, change tastes and preferences. So I personally didn't feel like it's the right season for me. However, I would like them to be a part of a test system where if I put on original a week, original every 2 weeks, and there's one or two that really hit and move and connect with people, they'd be willing to come in, get their system behind it, and go. And so they were super amped on that idea, because that means I can do what I do and just continue doing what I do. And if there's something that works, then it makes sense for them to bring their resources to the table. I talked with them, so it was a good meeting. And then what I found out, and I want to share this with you guys, so if you keep us on the hush hush, I feel like the lady who's bringing me in might want a promotion in her company. And I think her agenda might not be for me, but for her and for I think it's one of those situations where she wants to use my knowledge and understanding of what's happening for her benefit, not necessarily for my art. It was kind of disheartening, but I'm expecting that in the industry, unfortunately. So I think I kind of gave away who I was and what I do and what I can bring to the table, and they like it, but they might just take that and develop it on their own. Now, people can do that. They can take ideas, do whatever they want. We'll see how that goes. I feel like in the end, that if you do the right thing, it'll come back to you and it'll make sense. So I am in the middle of negotiations with that situation. I'll keep you updated. It's kind of in the middle right now. Anyways, my other situation is this. Coffee's good. You guys are awesome, and I'm just here. You guys are helping. Literally, you helped me survive this craziness. Thank you. It means a ton. But I'm gonna get going. It's 11:30. I gotta write a song, yo. I gotta write a song and vlog about it. Edit the vlog, put the song out, and boom. That's the process for this vlog series, which I'm super amped about because it allows me to continue writing and finishing, and not being like, oh, look at this song idea. You guys have heard 1,000 of those, and they never get finished. So, anyways, that's what I'm gonna do. So, I love you guys. Thanks for being a part of this situation. It is 11:28 here. It's probably 2:28 where you guys are, or later. Anyways, love you guys. I'll see you again soon, whenever that is. Okay. Mwah!